Hey everyone, welcome back to CryptoCache. Thank you so much for joining me here. Hope you're having an amazing day. We're going to take a quick look at Harmony One, see what's going on with that, because it is one of my top 5 picks for the month, and I obviously want to make sure you understand why, and also get a lot of requests from this one from community members, subscribers, patrons, the whole 9 yards, right? So we'll go ahead and check that out, of course. And just to preface too, I have a Bitcoin video up for today if you want to check that out. I normally like to recommend looking at Bitcoin first. It's kind of stuck just underneath 43,000, getting rejected at that resistance level, okay? So all in all, that's kind of where we're at there. And moving forward here with Harmony One, just before we get started, let me go ahead and explain to you really quick. My role here is to help you understand becoming a better trader, right? I love teaching people how to trade. This is my day job. I do this every day for work. I've been trading for over 15 years. So I hope you can learn a thing or two here today. I have a trading community with that specific purpose and a trading academy rolling out month end to ensure that you know how to be a better trader. And there's hours worth of content there as well that I'm creating right now presently. So anyways, all that's going to be available through our website first of the month. For right now, currently available through Patreon. We're transitioning month end. So very aware of that. Either way, looking at Harmony One here. Good stuff, right? We got a nice little recovery from yesterday. We're up over both moving averages, which is fantastic on the 1 day. We're over 50 and under 70 on the RSI, and we effectively have a potential bounce here on the MACD convergence, right? So it didn't diverge, it's a convergence, so to speak, still. And what that basically just means, we're still completely in bullish territory. So this kind of behavior is much better than any other behavior you'll see in the market right now, at least for the most part. There's a few select coins that I highlighted in my top 5 video. Be sure to check that out. And I can tell you though that right now, Harmony One's doing very well. And I think it'll continue to do very well. It's proven to do awesome things in the face of ridiculousness from Bitcoin, right? So obviously we saw back here November 25th, the price come all the way down until December 4th. Nobody was, no coin was, exempt from that. However, we can see that Harmony One had a really strong push up just before the first week of November, which is when Bitcoin started to sell off. So Bitcoin sold off right in this range here. Price comes down, it corrected itself. And then it couldn't quite hold on because there was just so much craziness from Bitcoin to literally continue to progress downwards. Like we've seen like a 30% correction from Bitcoin overall in just the past month alone, right? So it's just a bunch of nonsense, for lack of better terms. Harmony One, recovered quickly from that though. That's the whole point of me saying this. We've seen Harmony One from December 4th come all the way up 150% from its lowest point. Really, really good stuff. So I do feel like we're going to see that extra continuation to the upside soon, or at least it's just going to keep going up, right? So we're going to see that same amount of increase, which is roughly about a 60% increase, likely in the range of about 52 cents. So I think we should see 52 cents in the next couple months, possibly even sooner. That's more conservative. Anyways, that's just kind of throwing that out there. I'll explain why in a moment here. So taking a look at the 4-hour chart, let's go ahead and help understand that. So we look at the macro, we know we're good. 4-hour chart, taking a look at the midterm, so to speak. You can see we're also good. We're up over the 200-day simple moving average, and we're just tested and likely closing above the 50-day simple moving average. So this little resistance that caused potentially is broken tentatively again. And I say potential and tentative because the 1-day chart is ultimately the biggest mover there we want to focus on. And what I mean by that is just, we don't want to consider that a support or resistance level until we have more time in that range. We've obviously got this long 4-hour candle that occurred recently, so consolidation is necessary, right? So if we take a look at the MACD convergence, we can see here, right around 9 a.m. today, we had a convergence. Obviously, it's this big guy here. So I'll just go ahead and put a line through the middle of it, see if we can kind of find a correlation on the Ichimoku cloud, if we got a breakthrough there or not. I'm speculating we're above the cloud now, but we'll double check. Key takeaway here, though, is we're over 50 on the RSI on the 4-hour. This is a pivotal moment, you could say, because the fact that the 50 on the RSI has a tendency of being a strong resistance, and you can see it's synonymous with this line that I just drew here, right at about 2.8 cents. No, I'm sorry, 28.8 cents. So 28 cents, round number, say 29 cents essentially, is right where that key level resistance was. That's now a support. Okay, so we're on the right side of the tracks. We've got a bullish convergence and an RSI over 50. That's essentially telling us that we're in very, very good shape here to consider this to be moving up, no longer potentially moving down. Keep in mind, CPI data tomorrow with the Fed meeting, so to speak. We're going to see some potential downswing from Bitcoin regarding that news. So there's just, I think that's almost inevitable. Again, we're not 100% certain of that. But as a community, we are setting a lot of our money aside to make sure to buy the dip if it were to come down sub 40,500. Okay, so it could happen. There's a good chance it might just sell back down to support at 42.2 and hold that support and continue upwards. Hard to say specifically because Bitcoin's looking good on the short term, the micro, but the macro still isn't great. We need a one-day candlestick to close over 43,000, 46,000, and then some to get any confidence from Bitcoin again. But the key here is that if Bitcoin goes sideways for some time longer, we'll continue to see coins like this take off because there's no longer that fear, uncertainty, and doubt. And let me just touch on that too. Speaking of fear, uncertainty, and doubt, we got this Bitcoin entity adjusted dormancy flow, which is a mouthful. It's not really rolling off the tongue very well, right? But the key takeaway here is when it's hit its lowest point for the second time this year, but the first time this quarter, and essentially giving us an indication of a buy signal, right? Because anytime it comes close to 250,000, this range, there's a chance that it's going to come back up. Now, it has proven to go lower previously, right? So we're not out of the woods yet. But it's a pretty good sign to maybe consider adding to your position because the inevitability of Bitcoin increasing from here is fairly high, right? That sentiment rolled out here recently from Glassnode, therefore allowing a lot of coins to take off, including Bitcoin. Okay, so that's probably the catalyst we saw here today and the reason why. But looking at the 1 hour chart, we can go ahead and take a quick look here. We're above the cloud, which is good. Lagging span is just behind. And look at that. Look how close that is. The MACD convergence literally told us at the exact same hour or two that we broke above the cloud. So that's a win-win. That's a double rainbow if you ask me. The one thing I'm concerned with is this conversion line being really close to the baseline. When they get close together, it kind of tells us it's fairly weak and there's not a lot of, I wouldn't say not a lot of momentum because we do have momentum. It's just that the potential of turnaround is higher based on the way these moving averages are communicating. So nothing you really need to worry yourself on. It's just that we've got maybe just say 2 out of 3 confident indicators here that a long position would be ideal. And that is good for me. It's good enough for me, I guess you could say, but I'm still not feeling 100% confident, especially going into tomorrow. So just consider dollar cost average, sure. Small amount, of course, 5-10%, add to your position, keep some skin in the game. But without a doubt, do not spend all of your money today thinking that we're totally done yet, right? We may not be done. And if we are, and if I got to eat my words tomorrow, I'll be happy with that. It's fine. If the market goes up, I'd much rather have prepared for the worst and expected the best than to be in a situation where we're confidently going into a bear market, right, as a bullish sentiment. All right, so again, just speaking the truth there, Harmony 1 is not going to go parabolic anytime soon. Anyone else says that, they're full of crap. Okay, I don't know how else to describe it. I get tired of hearing these parabolic, how amazing it is to see something shoot straight to the moon. Moons have no, like galaxy analogies, they don't belong in cryptocurrency, right? We need to be real, we need to be legitimate and face the facts that Harmony 1 is doing well overall. It's responded very well to Bitcoin. But is it a hyper shot? Is it going to blast off? No, not for some time. If it does, it would be probably an anomaly and we'll figure it out when we get there. But just trying to be realistic with you here. The data is telling us we're kind of fair to Midland. We're more positive than negative, but we're not totally there yet. So again, dollar cost average, if Harmony 1 is a coin you believe in, I think you should. I've been invested in this since 4 or 5 cents, honestly. It's a good one. But on the same accord, you got to be realistic that tomorrow we could see a sell-off. Harmony 1 is not resilient 100% completely from that. It'll probably bounce back. We might see a large candle wick down and a recovery instantly. That's probably a strong likelihood. But why not set a crazy buy order, so to speak? Put a buy order in at 25 cents. See if you get filled, right? Or 23, somewhere in there. It's obviously doing well right now. I don't think it's going to come crashing down, but you just got to be realistic there. So enough of my high horse soapbox there. I hope you understand what I'm getting at. I'm so tired of seeing people get wrecked and just being told nonsense that I like to kind of speak the truth and just be straightforward with you. Now, speaking of truth and potential, let's just go ahead and address that right now. I know I did touch on this earlier, but 52 cents is a likelihood. So when you think about it, it's taken roughly, what is it? That was January 3rd to December 5th. So 4 weeks, we saw 142% increase. And once again, that would be roughly pretty close to a 60% or from current price action, 78% increase to that price point there at 52. So 52 cents is likely, but I think it's going to be more likely if we continue on this trend with a nice healthy consolidation period. We'll see that in the next month, maybe 2. Okay, so that's my realistic expectation. And just so you know, as a community, we have an open trade with Harmony 1 right now, and our profit target is 45 cents. I think that's extremely likely in the next 3 to 4 weeks. Okay, so just something to be mindful of. Harmony One still bullish. There's a reason why it's my top 5 pick, and I'm sticking to it. And I hope that you can and had learned something here today. Okay. If you want more of a full-fledged, better learning experience that's a little bit more specific than these videos here, feel free to join my community, currently facilitated through Patreon, but we're transitioning over to a website, and we're going to have a robust membership platform. I'm trying to make sure we have a really good, healthy scenario there for all of our members, because we have over 400 members right now, and it's it's consistently growing. So I want to make sure we have a good situation there. But ultimately, it's going to be a landing page too for our trading academy for members only. What that is it's a series of videos that I'm just speaking on every specific point in which you need to know to become a better trader. It's close to 4 hours worth of just consistent information that helps you understand how to be a better trader. Okay, so just kind of like a one-on-one with me, because I get so many requests for consultations and I can't do that. So I figure I'd make a trading community, and a nice little added aspect of that community is that academy where you can actually learn and grow more independently at self-paced in your own time, right? Obviously, you can ask me questions. I'm interactive with my community, but just know that's an option. All right, so thanks again. Enough about that. I hope you have a good rest of your day. Thanks again. I'm looking forward to seeing you next video. We'll take care now. Take care. Bye-bye.